Hello, good morning, students. So, in today's topic, I shall start from the topic formatting query output. So, in the last video, I gave you links to the order by, heading close, group by. So, I hope that you've watched those and you've understood that. Okay. So, here for formatting query output, the how do you put text in the query? Okay. So, this is something like a comment. Okay, something like comment, but it's not a comment. Okay, so what you do is that, okay, here an example is given. Okay, so as you can see the syntax, select column name, okay, comma, text. So the textual, that means the string contents, okay, enclosed within single quote, and then you can have as many columns as you want from which table. Okay, so now in this query you can see, write a query to display the teacher name and salary with a formatting text. Salary is, so this sentence should be there. Okay, so this sentence should be there when the table is displayed, so in between teacher's name and salary, so it should be between the t name and the salary column. Okay, so as per the question, to display the teacher name, it will display the teacher name column and then the salary column. Okay, with this text, salary is between the teacher name column and the salary column. Okay, so here you can see that select t name comma salary is enclosed in single quote comma, okay, separated by comma, salary from teacher. Okay, so when the table will be displayed, the t name column will be displayed, the salary column will be displayed, and between this string value, okay, salary is will also be displayed. Okay, so this sort of like comment in the query. Okay, so you can write this type of comments also, or text query also, in the uh, using the select query. Okay, now keep in mind the select query will only display the this column and this column from the teachers table. Okay, so this is how you use a comments in a text query. Okay, now relating multiple tables. Now you have seen in C++ also use of dot operator in classes and objects, right? So similarly you can also use dot operators, okay, to relate multiple tables, to establish relationship between multiple tables. Till now you have seen that you use the query to extract data or to display data from a single table. But now when you have to uh, extract data, okay, from multiple tables, more than one table, then you use the dot operator. Of course, uh, without using the dot operator also, okay, we can process query from multiple tables, provided, okay, provided that, okay, the table name is different and the column name is also different. Okay, so when you're writing down the select query, okay, um, you can instead of the single table, you can extract the data from multiple tables, provided table name is different, okay, and the column name is different. However, in most cases you use the dot operators like this. Okay, you so for this so this is the table name, and this is the column which is associated with the table. Okay, like you use the dot operator with the object and the member function, right? So that associates the member function with that object, like that, right? Okay, so similarly here also. So here but in the multiple tables handling, you have to write the table name. In multiple table handling, it is possible to write the column name, okay, without the table name, provided that all the column names must have a different names, but it is not possible all the time. So to make it possible, we use these dot operators. Okay, so now based on that, if you see this table, okay, so this is a teacher's table with teacher name, teacher number, teacher name, okay, and department table with department number, department. Now initially when the teacher table will be created, okay, it will have the teacher number, teacher name, until and unless this department table is created. Okay, so this department number, if it is written, okay, if this table is not there, it will have no relevance, it will not be important for this teacher table, right? Because department number D02 will not tell anything. With with this department number D02, what if this department table does not exist, then how will anybody know that this teacher belongs to it belongs to this department, but what is this department, right? So when another table is created and it has to share a relationship, so we use the primary key and the foreign key format. So this is the primary key, this is the primary key, and this is the foreign key. So using the primary key of one table and the foreign key, okay, this is the primary key, but it becomes a foreign key in this table. So we can establish a relationship using that foreign key. Okay, so now if we have to make relationship between these two tables, okay, in RDBMS, okay, now we make use of the dot operators. Okay, so you can see here. So yeah, we'll come to that later. Okay, so here that is making use of the joint operators. Okay, so here what is joint? Okay, the most important feature of SQL is its capability to retrieve data from multiple tables. Okay, from multiple tables, keep in mind, in terms of relationship according to the common fields in the single common according to common fields. So what is the common field in both the teacher table and department table? That is the department number, right? In the teacher table also the department number exists, the department number column exists, and in the department table also the department number column exists. So you can establish a relationship between the two tables using the primary key and the foreign key format, right? So you have, so you can join those two tables in that. So now, so to the syntax for joining two table is, okay, here select table dot column, okay, comma table two dot column. Okay, so this is the first table, this is second table, so dot column. Okay, so this column belongs to this table. Okay, now from table one comma table two, where a condition, if there is a condition, okay, table one dot column equals to table two dot column. Okay, so this using this format, okay, we can do multiple uh, tables relationship. Okay, so here now this from clause is necessary, it's a must. Okay, from there only we'll know which table and from which table. Okay, now you might ask, like, okay, since here you are establishing by this dot operator, okay, we come to know that this column belongs to this table, then what is the use of from, right? But according to the SQL commands, okay, this from clause is necessary to establish the two tables, relationship between the two tables. Okay, so here this is in case, suppose, okay, the columns, okay, now it may be that the column name might be same. Okay, now if these column names are same, how will we know from which table? Suppose this is department number and this is also department number, right? In that case, how will we know this department number refers to which table, or this department number refers to which table, or the column name might be different also, right? If the column names are also different, okay, if the column names are also different, okay, so it has to have a reference, right? So using this dot operator, okay, we can tell that this column belongs to this table, so that's why you use this dot operator. Okay, similarly in the where clause also we associate that column and the value using with this dot operator with the table. Okay, now coming back to the Cartesian product. So what is this Cartesian product? Okay, now this Cartesian product, okay, is denoted by this X symbol. Okay, it is denoted by this X symbol. So a Cartesian join is when you join every row of one table to every row of another table. Okay. Now it is also referred to as cross join. Okay. Returns all the row in all the tables listed in the query. So each row in the first table is paired with all the rows in the second table. So that is the relationship of a Cartesian product. Okay. All the rows that is in this table, in this first table, will be multiplied, okay, with all the rows in this table. Okay, that is like you have 5 rows here, you have 5 rows here, so that is 5 into 5, 25. So altogether when you combine these two rows using this Cartesian product, you will have a total of 25 rows. That is the first row, okay, the first row will be will be joined with this row, this row, this row, this row, this row. Similarly, the second row will be joined with this row, this row, this row, this row. Okay, so every row will be joined with all the rows of the second table. Right. Okay, so at the end you will have, like, suppose Jugal Mittal D02, okay, D01 physics, like that. Sharmila Kaur, okay, Jugal Mittal D02, D02 chemistry. Okay, so you will have a link with all the rows from one table to the other table, like that. Okay, so total you will have 25 uh, 25 rows of data when you join these two tables. Okay, now, like in this example, suppose here, now let us consider the two SQL tables, teacher and department, and write the following SQL commands to perform a cartesian product. Select teacher.tname. Okay, so here you are selecting this column, okay, from the teacher table, that is by this dot operator it is identified, comma is necessary. Okay, department name. So this table name is department, and from there you are displaying the department name. Okay, from teacher comma department. Okay, from which table? Teacher comma department. Okay, so using this dot operator you can see that, okay, you are combining, you are extracting this teacher name and this department name. Okay, so this list, you can see that this list, it gets repeated. The name Rakesh Sharma gets repeated 5 times. The name Jugal Mittal also gets repeated 5 times. Okay, so you can see that this Rakesh Sharma is linked with all the departments. Okay, physics, chemistry, maths, computer, okay, uh, biology. Okay, so this is the how a format of a Cartesian products looks like. Okay, now coming back to the join tables. Okay, that is, there are two types, that is equijoin and non-equijoin. Okay, so now equijoin is when joining is based on equality between values in the command column. Okay, so this equijoin is based on command columns from both the table. Okay, command columns from both the table. So now it is also called as inner join or simple join. Okay, equijoin is the most common type of join. Okay, so here in this query you can see that select teacher dot teacher name comma department dot department name from teacher comma department. I think till that a link you have already seen. Okay, where teacher dot department number equals to department dot department number. So as you can see that in the teachers table there's a department number, and in the department table also there's a department number. So these two columns are similar, so you can combine those two tables to form an equijoin. So that's why here in the where clause condition, the table name with the column name, okay, using the relational operator, okay, equals to, okay, and department dot department number. Okay, so you get this following output. So how you get this t name and department? Because in the select query you have written here to display teacher dot t name, okay, and then department dot department name. Okay, so how is that equivalent established? By this teacher dot department number equals to department dot department number, because these two columns are same, so that's why it is called as equivalent. Okay, so based from those two tables, okay, so from multiple tables or from these two tables, okay, these two columns are extracted. Okay, so similarly we have this you can say that just like column alias, okay, you can also have this table alias, table name alias. Okay, so instead of writing like select teacher dot t name, okay, you can also use the short format, that is select t dot t name, okay, comma d dot department name from teacher t, okay, department D, where T dot department number equals to D dot department number. So you can see that you are writing down in short form, but yes, this can be written like that, provided, okay, in the front clause you have to specify teacher. T stands for teacher, D stands for department. Okay, if you don't write down here, okay, if you just write from teacher comma department and you don't write T and D here, okay, then this whole query will result in error. Okay, the compiler will not understand what is t dot t name or d dot department name. Okay, if you do not write down this T and D in here, okay, after the from clause when you mention the table name. Okay, so this is using the table alias. Okay, so you can use this format or you can use the previous query format also. Okay, now non-equivalent. Okay, when there is no command column in the tables, okay, between the two tables, then uh, we can form a non-equivalent yet, but provided, okay, there is something that can be related among the two tables. Now in the teachers table, you have the teacher number column, teacher name column, teacher address column, salary column, department number column, and date of joining column. So a table is created for grade, and so this is the column in the grade table. Okay, grade mean minimum salary, maximum salary. So grade is A for minimum salary or maximum salary. Okay, so in between this and that, okay, and in between 15,000 to 20,999, okay, grade is B, and so on. Okay, so so in between this and that, if anyone is getting in between this and that, the grade would be B. Okay, so you can see that, and a relationship can be established between the teacher table and the grade table, even if they don't have any similar columns. Okay, here department number is not there, and not the this table has only grade, mean salary, and max salary, which has no columns related with this. However, you can see that the salary column is there, right? And here also mean sal, max sal is there, right? So somehow we can establish a relationship based on these three columns. Okay, so how do we do that? Okay, this race is how you insert a table and how you display the grade table, okay, using select star from grade. Okay, so the answer is here. Okay, so select t dot t name comma t dot salary comma g dot grade from. Okay, so it will display the t name, it will display the salary, it will display the grade. Okay, so grade also it will be displayed from teacher T grade G. Okay, where T dot salary between G min sal and G max sal. Okay, so now in the where clause condition, you can see that uh, using the between operator, okay, T dot salary, okay, T dot salary. So now you're comparing this T dot salary with this min sal and max sal. So if the teacher salary is between, suppose like uh, mean sal is okay 20,000 and max sal is 25,000. So if the teacher salary lies between this and that, okay, so the grade will be displayed A or B or C. Okay, so based on this condition, the grade will be displayed. Okay, and also the teacher name and the salary will also be displayed based on that min sal and max sal. Okay, so all the salaries of the teachers will be compared based on this minimum salary and uh, will be compared with this minimum salary and maximum salary. Okay, and based on that, the teacher name, teacher salary, and grade value will be displayed. Okay, so this is how you can establish a relationship based on non-equijoin. Okay, so students, here we have come to the end of these chapters. Okay, so in the solve exercise there are lots of query tables. Okay, so uh, these tables are there. Okay, so what you have to do is that yes, I'll explain to you some of the tables. Okay, but what you have to do is that you have to practice this table as much as possible. Okay, first you have to create this table, okay, using the create syntax. Okay, then you have to insert, okay, using the insert into values command. Okay, after that you have to perform these queries. Okay, you have to perform all these queries. So there are lots of tables there, so you have to patiently practice all perform all these queries. Okay, the answers are also given already. Okay, but it is best that, okay, before you start practicing on these programs, okay, first you go through all the keywords, okay, all the examples that are there in the textbook, try to understand them. Okay, after that, come and create this table, insert these values. Okay, and then uh, start performing these queries. And best thing to learn fast is not to check the answer immediately. Okay, first try the query. If you don't get it, okay, then you check these answers, okay, and compare, perform the query, and then compare that with the answers that is written in here. Okay, so that is written in here. Okay, and then keep in mind that the data values, if you as it is in the textbook, you have to write down like that. Okay, and it is case sensitive. Numbers are not case sensitive, but the alphabets, if S is in capital, so also when perform the queries, the S should also be entered in capital. Okay, so case sensitive lies in the alphabets. Okay, so uh, what you have to do is that go to the link, okay, go then uh, first from the textbook, okay, understand all those examples, and then finally you can come here, okay, and then practice these tables one by one. Okay, so in the next class we'll start another chapter. Okay, then yeah, so be sincere on these SQL tables. Okay, it looks lengthy, but it's quite easy. Okay, so yeah, that will be all for today.